Welcome back to the Dadlife podcast, a solo media podcast. Today we're diving into a topic that's central to many of us navigating parenthood after separation: co-parenting. Co-parenting is not just about splitting time or making sure everyone sticks to a schedule. It's about creating a supportive and stable environment for your kids while maintaining clear, respectful communication with your co-parent. This process isn't always easy, but with the right strategies, it's absolutely doable and it's worth it. In this episode, I'll walk you through effective co-parenting strategies, including communication tips, problem-solving techniques, and way to maintain consistency for your kids. Whether you're struggling with conflict or looking to strengthen a working relationship with your ex, this episode is for you. Let's start with the big picture: a unified approach to parenting. Even though you're no longer in a romantic relationship with your co-parent, you're still a team when it comes to raising your children. That means presenting a united front whenever possible. Here are 4 key principles to keep in mind. Number 1, put your kids first. This might seem obvious, but it's easy to get caught up in personal frustrations or disagreements. The guiding question for every decision should be, what's best for our kids? Keeping this perspective helps de-escalate potential conflicts and keeps the focus where it belongs. Number 2, agree on core values. You and your co-parent don't have to agree on everything, but aligning on core values like discipline, education, health, and family traditions will make co-parenting smoother. Sit down and list the non-negotiables for both of you. For example, if both parents agree that homework must be completed before screen time, that consistency will help your kids feel secure. Number 3, respect each other's parenting styles. Every parent has a different approach. Maybe one of you is more lenient and the other one is stricter. As long as the kids are safe and thriving, try not to micromanage or criticize each other's methods. And number 4, keep the rules consistency between homes. This doesn't mean you need identical routines, but kids thrive on predictability. If bedtime is 8 p.m. at one house, it shouldn't be midnight at the other. Consistency helps reduce behavioral issues for your kids. We're giving you a free 30-day trial of Prime. Free delivery, award-winning TV, exclusive deals, and more. Click the link in the show description for more information. Next, let's talk about communication. Effective co-parenting relies heavily on your ability to communicate well, even when it's uncomfortable. When discussing parenting issues, focus on the topic at hand, not personal grievances. Avoid words like "you always" or "you never," which can feel accusatory. Instead, say something like, "I've noticed blank and wanted to talk about how we can address it together." And be clear and concise. When emotions run high, it's tempting to send long-winded texts or emails. Resist the urge. Stick to the point and keep the tone professional. Think of it like communicating with a colleague at work. Some parents prefer texting or using co-parenting apps to avoid misunderstandings or emotional arguments. Apps like Our Family Wizard, Talking Parents, or even shared calendars can help keep communication focused on logistics. Regular check-ins, whether weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, can help you stay on the same page. Use this time to discuss schedules, upcoming events, or any concerns about the kids. And listen actively. This is a big one. Often we're focused on what we want to say that we forget to truly listen. When your co-parent speaks, let them finish before responding. Acknowledge their perspective even if you don't agree. For example, say, "I hear you're worried about blank, and I want to work together to find a solution." When disagreements happen, and they will, how will you handle them? Set ground rules for how to approach conflict, such as taking a 24-hour cooling off period before responding to heated topics. Conflict is inevitable in co-parenting, but it doesn't have to derail your progress. The key is to approach conflict with a solution-focused mindset. Here are some strategies to manage conflict effectively. Separate feelings from facts. When emotions are high, it's easy to misinterpret intentions. Stick to the facts and avoid making assumptions. For example, instead of saying, "You never consider my schedule," Say, I noticed drop-off time was changed. Can we discuss a time that works for both of us? I know it's easier said than done, but staying calm helps de-escalate the situation. If you find yourself getting angry, take a moment to breathe before responding. Involve a neutral third party. If you reach an impasse, consider mediation. A family mediator can help facilitate conversations and find a compromise that works for everyone. Avoid talking negatively about each other. This rule is non-negotiable. Never criticize your co-parent in front of your kids. It puts them in a tough spot and can harm the relationship with both parents. Focus on solutions, not blame. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask, what can we do to fix this? Special occasions like holidays, birthdays, and school events can be tricky to navigate. The goal is to make these moments memorable for your kids, not stressful. Plan ahead. Start discussions about holidays and events well in advance. Create a rotation or shared schedule for major holidays so everyone knows what to expect. Be flexible. Life happens. Maybe your co-parent's family is visiting out of town and wants extra time with the kids. Being flexible and accommodating fosters goodwill. Coordinate gifts. Avoid doubling up on gifts by coordinating with the co-parent. This also prevents any competition over who gives the better gifts. That happened to us one year where we didn't talk about what we were going to buy, and we did end up getting a couple doubles. Co-parenting isn't just a responsibility. It's an opportunity to model resilience, respect, and teamwork for your kids. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, communicating effectively, and always keeping your kids' best interest at the forefront. Remember, co-parenting is a journey. There will be bumps along the way, but every step forward, no matter how small, counts. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit from it. And if you have questions or topics you'd like me to cover, feel free to reach out to me on any social media platform at Dadlife Pod. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. We'll see you next time.